Shalom Yasharala. First and foremost, I'd like to start this lesson by giving all praises, honor and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Recha HaKwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught me this 100% truth. Double salutations to the Akim out there, spreading this word in truth and sincerity, and shalom to the few Akwath that's listening in today. I'm back at you with another lesson entitled, The Mirth of the City is Ceasing. Now this is something that I noticed when I went out to camp on Saturday, and this was on Christmas Eve as well, and the whole vibe and spirit of that location was just completely dead. The people had no life in them. There was no so-called Christmas spirit. Everyone was just on a downer, quiet and just low energy. There wasn't really any sense of optimism, okay? And then yesterday I found myself in central London. I was in like Oxford Street, Oxford Circus and stuff. And it was just completely dead. Yeah, you had loads of people walking around and stuff, but the spirit had just been zapped out of the place. It's like even the lighting in the shops, they were all dim. Like the whole place just seemed dead, man. The people too. All right, and that's because the mirth of the city is ceasing. You see, what people don't understand, what the majority of people don't understand, is that this society, as we speak, is circling the drain. And if you can't see that society as you know it is circling the drain, that means that's because you are circling the drain with it. All right? Because it's clear as day, man. The spirit is dead. There's no life in this place anymore. That whole living your best life spirit and do what thou will and life is just one massive party, that's all gone out the window, man. All right, mirth is that joyful spirit of, living in pleasures and just having fun. All right, but that's completely gone, man. And it's not going to come back because Esau's on his way out of here, man. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. All right. The nation of Israel are going to step in Esau's stead, beginning with Yahweh Shai and the elect, and then the rest of the nation of Israel. All right. So let's bring out the precepts. We're going to start here in Ecclesiastes 7:2, and it reads, "It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart." All right. So you see, us in this truth, we've pretty much been in the house of mourning by default. We've had to deal with the scoffers and scorners. We've had to deal with being completely alienated out of this society. We've had to deal with being alienated within, within our families, even our friendship groups, because we no longer can see eye to eye no more. And that's one thing you have to get used to being in this truth as well, is that, when you're conversating with people of the world, you pretty much have to dumb down your conversations, because people, I say this all humbly, but people ain't on the same level as you. As in, they don't have the same level of understanding. They don't have the same level of knowledge as you. So therefore, when you try to explain a complicated matter to them, just the reality of the world, the truth of the scriptures, so on and so forth, is met with massive resistance, and also confusion. Because this knowledge is too, you need to have somewhat of an analytical mind. Your mind needs to be vibrating at a high frequency to understand the knowledge obtained in this Bible and how it links up with everything happening today. So, when you're talking to the people of the world, You have to get used to dumbing down your conversations. And, someone like me, I don't really like the small talk. I like, deep, meaningful conversations, conversations where that pick at my brain and I could learn something new. But when you're associating with the people of the world, it's all about gossip, hood politics, certain celebrities, what album has dropped, and just things of that nature, man. You see? So they've been in the house of feasting, all that gossip and party spirit and living your best life, celebrating all these pagan holidays. But us as the hopeful elect, we've been in the house of mourning, man. Dealing with being estranged from the world, becoming a loner, you see, bearing your cross and suffering patiently for this truth. Okay? But guess what? Verse 3, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart, the la'ab in the Hebrew, which is your mind, is made better. So, it's just like in the gym, they say no pain, no gain. You're not going to gain that muscle if you're not willing to inflict pain on it, by working it, right? Well, that's the same thing with this truth. Look, if only you knew what we was about to inherit in the kingdom of heaven, then maybe you wouldn't mind the sufferings that you have to go through in this truth, man. What does 1 Corinthians 2:9 say? For I have not seen, no ear have heard the things which the Heavenly Father has prepared for those that wait for him. So we don't even know the magnitude of the blessings that we're about to obtain, man. This is why Baruch 4:25 says to suffer patiently, because soon that bitterness is going to turn into sweetness, man. A lot of sweetness. All right. Ecclesiastes 7:4, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. So yeah, even though these people can see, because it's not just us that can tell that the spirit of this place is dead. Everyone can tell, but you have the cognitive dissonance where they'd rather just ignore it and act like it's not really happening, when in reality it is. All right. So it's better for you to be in the house of mourning, which the hopeful elect will be in, rather than the house of mirth, where 2/3 and the other nations will be. All right. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 14 and verse 11. And it reads, the house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish. So the elect of the nation of Israel are going to flourish in these times to come. And all the wicked, beginning with Esau, Edom, ending with 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're going to be destroyed, man. They're going to be overthrown. They're wicked. They will not prevail in their wickedness. All right. Verse 12, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Perfect example would be celebrating Christmas. That seems right unto a man. Why? Because the vast majority is doing it, man. But you need to read Matthew 7:13, where it says, enter in at the straight gate. Strait, which means a position of difficulty. We're entering in at the difficult gate, where things ain't going to be all smooth sailing and easy, right? Things are going to be hard. Not many people are going to take this path. But it continues on to say, but broad is the gate for destruction, roughly paraphrasing. All right? And all those people who enter in at the broad gate, they fit this verse right here. Proverbs 14:12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Oh, but it's for the kids. Oh yeah, I'm going to celebrate my birthday. And then, you got Eve who want to celebrate her birthday for the whole week. Or she want to celebrate her birthday for the whole month. That's vain, man. That's vanity. What are you celebrating, man? We are still yet this day in our captivity. Were you talking about you want to celebrate your birthday for a month? Are you serious? Verse 13. Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness. Because you see, as much as you guys want to paint that picture of, oh, living your best life, everything is smooth, happy life, whatever, right? You know, at the end of the day, when reality hits, okay, when you sober up, then you realize, shit, this life is shit. You know? This place is dead. I know, look, man, all those people celebrating Christmas, I know they forced that Christmas spirit, man. I know they forced it. Because that Christmas spirit is dead. The spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is taking over on this earth, man. This earth needs new management desperately. And Esau's on his way out. Okay? Let's go to Isaiah 24. And verse 10. And it reads, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. And that's what's getting ready to happen, man. Doesn't it say, I believe that 2nd Ezra 15 and 18, that a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You know, you're going to have concentration camps everywhere. You're not going to be allowed out of a certain area, you know, trying to prevent the spread of so-called Crown Vic and all that nonsense, man. Okay? Verse 11, there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Now that crying for wine in the streets, that's talking about crying for this word, crying for this truth. Because things are going to get so bad out here that people are going to want answers. All right? People are going to want answers, man. And they're not going to get those answers. Because the time to get the answers is now. But people are like, nah, we don't want to listen to those niggas in dresses. You know, those Bible bashers, those fearmongers. All right? Not knowing that this is the answers that they're going to need, man. You know, the nation of Israel is going to need these answers to make it through this perilous time that we're about to head into. But they're too busy trying to fake that mirth spirit, man. When nothing is going on here, man. That spirit is dead. All right. Verse 12, in the city is left desolation and the gate is smitten with destruction. And that's what's getting ready to happen, man. And trust me, you best not call on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua in that day if you ain't been sincere about it. All right. Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Remember thy creator in the days of thy youth. Right. You're meant to remember him from early. Not when the fire is blazing now and you're neck deep in calamities. That's when you want to scratch your head talking about, what was that name again? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Nah, man. It don't work like that, man. And you know what? Let's bring out Proverbs 1 for that effect as well. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded, but ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. You see, the Lord is going to hide his face from you. Why? Because when he stretched out his hand, right, he had his prophets prophesying on the highways and the byways, doing these sit-downs on the YouTube and the various streaming platforms. What did you do? Nah, I'm not going to watch that video. Oh, let me save for later. Never look at it again. Oh, yeah. You see them prophesying on the streets. You just walk past them, man. That's the Lord stretching out his hand upon you. But guess what? No man regarded. So when that time of calamity comes, he's going to be laughing at you, man. He's going to mock at your calamity. And he's going to put the spirit on his men, his elect, to be laughing at you in that day, man. We're going to bring that out in Job chapter 5 real quick. But let's just read Proverbs 1:29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. You didn't choose the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You chose to fear Esau Edom, who is leading you to your death. He wants to give you all the jump shots. He wants to put the MOTB inside of you, pursuant to Revelation 13 and 16. All right. He wants to reduce the world population to 500 million, right? Do you know that there's 8 billion people on the planet right now? More than 8 billion people on the planet, should I say? And he wants to bring that down to 500 million, man. You do the maths. How many people you going to have to kill to get to 500 million, man? But you want to trust in Esau Edom. You want to fear Esau Edom, but not Yahweh Shem Yahushai, who is controlling Esau Edom anyway. You see? What scripture did I say I wanted to bring out? Job chapter 5. This is Job 5. And let's read verse 22 straight to the point. And it reads, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. Right? Because Isaiah 54, and what's that? Either verse 16 or 17. No weapon formed against thee shall prosper, right? So even the beast of the earth, they're going to be in subjection to us, you know? And we're going to be laughing at destruction and famine. Doesn't Isaiah 33 and 6 say that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times? We're going to be stable in the times to come because we have the wisdom, knowledge and understanding, man. And Lord willing, we be a part of that hopeful elect as well. And we'll be raised up with what? That spiritual power. Okay? And it says, neither shall thou be afraid of the beast of the earth, because all spirits are going to be subject unto the elect, man. Let's prove that in, what's that? Luke 10 and 17. Let's start at verse 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven, because that's how fast Esau Edom, this devil, is going to fall out of rulership, man. It's going to be like lightning. Verse 19, behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. No animal, no person, no weapons of war. Jeremiah 51 says, thou art my battle axe on weapons of war. We're going to be the weapons of war, Lord willing, we be a part of that hopeful elect, man. Ain't nothing going to be able to prevail against the Lord's elect. Point blank, period. All right. Verse 20, notwithstanding in this, rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. So that's what we're going to be rejoicing in, man, is that ultimately we've got salvation. We've got the victory. We have prevailed against the wiles of the devil. And for that fact, we're going to be saved. We're going to be beamed up into the chariots. That's what we're going to be rejoicing in, man. Even though, yeah, it's going to be great that we're going to prevail over our enemies. We're going to have that spiritual power. Okay. We're going to be made into weapons of war in that time, but we're mainly going to be rejoicing in the fact that we're going to be saved, man. We're going to receive that salvation because, man, we don't want to die the death of the wicked, man. Esau, Edom, and 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're going to go out horrifically, They're going to go out horrifically, man. Okay, but I think I pretty much made the point on this one. So, hopefully this lesson has been edifying. And until the next time, I say shalom.